We have 2 new cast announcements for the new Star Wars film, and essentially the female cast has been doubled with the additions of Gwendoline, Christie, and Lupita Nyong'o to the cast. 2 great additions, Lupita Nyong'o, an Oscar winner, Gwendoline Christie, the best sword in all of Westeros. Are you ready for that? Or are you going to argue with me with that?
I think that's a debatable claim.
I think she is. She's better than Loras, and Jamie has no... Anyway, back on the topic.
I think these are great casting choices. I'm very excited for this. It seems like a good addition to, definitely rounds out the cast. But who do we think they're going to play?
See, I'm not sure about this. I feel like Gwendoline Christie is a good candidate for like a scary, intimidating Sith lady, but she works with people who've already lost hands before, so she might be a Jedi. So, what do you think Lupita Nyong'o is going to play? Maybe a Jedi?
I'm
maybe
hoping
a
that she
rebel?
plays some sort of cool Jedi, like in the vein of like Ahsoka from Clone Wars.
Oh, it's like a Padawan.
Well, not necessarily Padawan, but just that sort of like really heroic female sort of character.
I try not to get too far ahead, but in the pictures that leaked, we didn't see really any alien races. So I'm hoping at least one of these 2 characters is like a cool-looking alien type humanoid character that like actually gets developed, and it's not just a story of humans in a faraway galaxy.
And some bony protrusions or
Maleficent.
head tentacles or whatever.
Yeah, something
sure.
interesting.
You could make her a Twi'lek or
that'd be
another
cool.
human-like alien creature.
Yeah.
But on the topic of Star Wars news, there's been plenty of photo releases, and we're going to show you them. Of course, they all come from TMZ. You might notice because the letters TMZ are stamped largely on all of them. Tatooine? Tatooine, can we
Looks like
agree?
we're on Tatooine.
Yeah.
Although this time, instead of filming in Tunisia, they're in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
But pretty much looks
I mean,
the same.
it's a very similar backdrop. Lots of desert, hooded cloaks.
Yeah, so
covered
we
up
don't see any
faces.
like significant main characters, but it seems like all the background people are dressed appropriately and the sets look good.
I'm glad that girl from the National Geographic cover is getting work.
Ah, no. There's that pig monster.
Giant pig monster, which
is that
apparently...
a mount? What is it?
Well,
Epic mount.
Yeah.
I know that it's puppeteered by 5 people inside
Is
it.
there like one person in each leg hopping up and down?
I just think that's awesome because, you know, we haven't really had something like that in Star Wars since Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah. And then we had
so
like those
it's very
CGI
exciting.
things added later. But
Yeah.
this is practical, which is interesting.
It's gonna be like
More
an engine.
extras. I'm sure those sunglasses aren't canon.
I see a moisture evaporator.
Oh no, Amber Rose!
Somebody's uncle's getting burned! What's that thing?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Stained glass something or other.
Another extra. I
She was
think.
happy to be in the desert.
Yeah.
Apparently that says warning. The comment section told me so.
Okay. Thank you.
Makes sense.
Thank you, comment section. More hoods and cloaks.
Craft
Now
services.
this looks to be the same like marketplace set that J.J. Abrams did his last like set video from, where we
Right.
saw like a cool alien practical puppet creature.
The one for like the charity campaign?
The one for the charity campaign.
Cool hair or hat. I don't know.
Or both.
Hair hat.
A lot of aviator sunglasses. in
Yeah, I
Tatooine.
don't think those are canon.
I don't think you want to be in the desert in Abu Dhabi as an extra without occasionally
sunglasses.
having
Yeah.
sunglasses on your face.
But we also have what seems to be maybe the Millennium Falcon. The
Yeah.
structure is being built. It looks very reminiscent of a famous spacecraft and a famous pilot who is in the movie again. Is this the Millennium Falcon?
It looks like it. I don't know why people are like. It's exciting, but I don't know that it's surprising because
I mean, Han's back.
it's a
That's
major part
his
of the universe.
treasured.
Han and Chewie are in it.
Yeah.
So makes sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, there are plenty of YT class ships. You know, they're quite common in the universe. In fact, they're even common in the Old Republic, like the Ebon Hawk was that class of ship.
Yeah,
That
but
said,
this is the ship that
that's
made the
Millennium
Kessel
Falcon.
Run in less than 12
That's
parsecs.
the Millennium Falcon.
So
there's no dancing around the issue.
Yeah.
That's the Millennium Falcon.
Well,
It's
J.J.
in the movie,
Abrams
confirmed.
doesn't like people spreading these malicious rumors.
I wish people would stop leaking photos from Episode 7 and making ridiculous claims that the Millennium Falcon is in the movie. JJ.
That chess set looks
JJ.
familiar.
Kim, actually, it's a Dejaric table.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So he writes that note, but I think he's full of shit. I think all those photos were leaked on purpose.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he calculatedly released all of them to
If
TMZ
not him, then the
or
production
someone,
company.
and
Well,
he said that was fine.
You know, JJ is a wily one when it comes to these like leaked pieces of information and photos and all of that. I wouldn't put it past him to build an entire Millennium Falcon just to leak the photos to put us off the scent of whatever the real thing is.
Use it?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a huge waste
That's a
of money
dick
and
move,
resources.
too.
I think it's important to note not only that these photos were leaked, but like the contents of the leaked photos. So we saw a puppet, indicating that we're going back to the more practical effects and not the CGI. We saw a location we're familiar with. We saw a ship we know and love that comes with a lot of weight as far as characters are with it.
Along with an X-Wing too, so 2 fully built ships. Yeah.
And we see characters and backgrounds that are gritty and dramatic and not bright and colorful like the prequels were. So I think this is J.J. Abrams' way of appeasing everyone and putting minds at ease with just a handful of photos.
I'm giving you what you want. Be excited.
Well, the other thing is that in terms of the storyline, it makes sense for it to look this way. You couldn't really change how things were like that dramatically in a post-Empire scenario.
There was not a single green screen in any of those pictures. And I think that speaks volumes.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah.
But were there lens flares?
Time will tell.
We'll
He
see.
already apologized for those.
It doesn't mean he's not going to do them. So that's what we have so far from the set of the new Star Wars Episode 7. It looks like Mr. J.J. Abrams is trying to appease the fans and show us all that he's on the right track. Yeah. Support him, maybe. What do you think of the pictures and the news of the new casting additions for the movie? Please let us know below in the comments. Please be sure to subscribe and check out Facebook.